The Difference Maker by John Maxwell. According to them, a great attitude is all you need to be successful. Unfortunately, it's simply not true. Truthfully, no attitude is strong enough to compensate for lack of skill. So, does a good attitude make any difference? Absolutely. Attitude is the difference maker. Attitude isn't everything, but it is one thing that can make a difference in your life. I think of attitude as an inward feeling expressed by outward behavior. Your attitude colors every aspect of your life. It is like the mind's paintbrush. It can paint everything in bright, vibrant colors, creating a masterpiece. Or it can make everything dark and dreary. Your personality type, your natural wiring, impacts your attitude. The environment you were exposed to growing up definitely has an impact on your attitude. Many times, the hurts that cause people to overreact to others come as the result of negative words from others. How you see yourself has a tremendous impact on your attitude. Dwayne Dyer advises, examine the labels you apply to yourself. Every label is a boundary or limit you will not let yourself cross. If you are having trouble getting where you want to go, the problem may be inside you. If you don't change your inward feelings about yourself, you will be unable to change your outward actions towards others. All the time you hear about young people in trouble who are said to have been nice kids who ended up hanging with the wrong crowd. It's a fact that you start becoming like the people you spend a lot of time with. Every thought you have shapes your life. The sum of all your thoughts comprises your overall attitude. Most people want to change the world to improve their lives, but the world they need to change first is the one inside themselves. Early in life, you don't have many choices, but the longer you live, the more your life is shaped by your choices. The longer you live, the more choices you make, and the more responsible you are for how your life is turning out. You may have faced extreme hardship or suffered terrible tragedies. However, your attitude is still your choice. To change your life, you must make a choice to take responsibility for your attitude and to do everything you can to make it work for you. Your attitude truly can become a difference maker. It's up to you. You cannot disconnect attitude from reality and expect success. When all other things are equal, attitude can be the difference maker, but it alone does not make the difference. If you think you can do something, that's confidence. If you can do it, that's competence. Both are needed for success. Back when I thought that attitude was everything, I tried to hire people with the best attitudes and figured I could get them up to speed in their skills. Now that I am older and more experienced, I realized that I had things backward. Competence, experience, and positive attitude are a winning combination. One of the interesting discoveries researchers have made about attitude is that it has an impact on people's health. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. If you possess a good attitude, you have developed competence, and you have gained experience, what will keep you moving forward? Growth. Nothing can substitute for continual learning. You need to feed your mind and soul to become the person you desire to be. The hardest thing about having a good attitude is that it doesn't stay that way on its own. Believing that attitude is everything is really all or nothing thinking, and that's a problem. If you make attitude everything, then you are likely to end up with nothing. The winner's edge is all in the attitude, not aptitude. Attitude is the criterion for success. I cannot always choose what happens to me, but I can always choose what happens in me. A positive mental attitude will not let you do everything, but it can help you to do anything better than you would have if your attitude were negative. A positive attitude is an asset every day in nearly every way. The happiest people in life don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just try to make the best of everything. One of the things I've learned is that life often gives you whatever you expect from it. To be successful, a person needs to be able to work well with others. The old adage is true: what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Some doctors and psychologists now believe that the proper attitude may even have a direct effect on cell function and consequently may be used to arrest, if not cure, cancer. Your attitude has a profound influence on how you see the world, and thus on the way you live out your life. No one should ever lose a job, miss a promotion, or destroy a marriage because of a poor attitude. Why? Because a person's attitude is not set, it is a choice. The desire to change is the key to growth in all areas of life. As Fred Smith observed, you are the way you are because that's the way you want to be. If you really wanted to be any different, you would be in the process of changing right now. You can control your thoughts, and because of that, you can control your attitude. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. Most of the great work in this world was done by men and women who didn't believe that what they were doing was impossible. Talent is certainly beneficial, but only the right attitude can release it to reach its potential. As you can see, negative thoughts lead to negative beliefs. Those beliefs become the basis of wrong decisions, which lead to wrong actions. When those wrong actions are continually repeated, we develop bad habits, which perpetuates a bad attitude. And that bad attitude prompts negative thoughts. It can be a vicious cycle. However, you can break the cycle by cultivating positive thoughts and developing good habits. If you take responsibility for your attitude, recognizing that it can change how you live, managing it every day, and cultivating and developing positive thoughts and habits, then you can make your attitude your greatest asset. It can become the difference maker in your life, opening doors and helping you overcome great obstacles. If you let discouragement get inside you, it can conquer you from the inside out, and it will prevent you from achieving the success you desire. In every stage of life, there are bad and good aspects. The key is to focus on the good and learn to live with the bad. Since you will become discouraged at some point, the question is, are you going to give up or get up? Take a good look at the whole picture. Take a short look at the problem. Take a close look at yourself. Take a long look at successful people. The most successful people had often overcome the greatest obstacles. Take a wide look at the possibilities. You have to remain flexible, and you can't expect everything to go perfectly. The key is to focus on what you can achieve, not what you can't. Seriously, the decisions you make and how you make them have a huge impact on your outlook. First, it's important always to do the right thing. Few things increase discouragement the way regret or a guilty conscience can. If you keep persevering while you are in the valley, not only will you likely make it to higher ground where you can make better decisions, but you will also have developed character, which will serve you well throughout life. Truly, change is one of the greatest attitude obstacles you will ever face. In the moments that we face change, we can suddenly feel alone and vulnerable. Even when change is good, we will give up things that are important to us. People often avoid change because they worry about the unknown. All the things you love were once unknown to you. Don't be afraid to keep trying something new. It isn't wrong, it's just different, and that takes us out of our comfort zone. If a tradition connects you to other people or to your personal history, it can be a good thing. If it doesn't, then it may be time to try something else. The keys to dealing with change successfully are having a good attitude towards it and being prepared to meet it. Change is unavoidable. If you desire growth, then you must embrace change. Change always costs you something, if not monetarily, then in time, energy, and creativity. In fact, if change doesn't cost you anything, then it isn't real change. The truth is that any change that occurs in the world always begins first with change within an individual. Some things are not worth compromising at any price. It's never too late to change. Having money doesn't protect people from having problems. Neither does social standing, talent, or a good job. People's perspectives make a huge difference in how they approach their problems. One of the reasons that problem solving is so difficult is that we are often too close to the problems to truly understand them. There's a world of difference between a person who has a big problem and a person who makes a problem big. A problem is something you can do something about. If you can't do something about it, then it's not a problem. It's a predicament. That means it's something that must be coped with, endured. A problem not anticipated is a problem. A problem anticipated is an opportunity. People who face their problems understand that the first step in solving a problem is to begin. Problems are wake-up calls for creativity. When a person has the difference maker, adversity causes him to draw on and develop greater strength. How big or difficult our problems appear to be is often a matter of perspective. Most difficulties we face are pretty insignificant in the big scheme of things. To solve problems, we need to fire up our creativity, apply sustained thinking, and pull together our resources. And when you make a mistake, don't chase after it. Don't try to defend it. Don't throw good money after it. Just refocus your attention on the mission and then move on. You must always keep your eye on what it is you desire to do. A problem solved is a springboard to future success, to bigger and better things. Fear makes us afraid of doing something that might be beneficial for us. We cannot allow fear to paralyze us. If we are too afraid of failure, we probably will never win. Fear robs us of our potential. It makes us smaller than we really are. When a leader is ruled by fear, he becomes a lid to the people who follow him. You can't overcome your fears unless you first recognize they exist. Most people's fears are based not on facts but on feelings. I think of fear as false expectations appearing real. Honestly, most of our fears are totally unfounded. But the truth is that life is dangerous, damaging to your health, and will eventually kill you. So, you might as well live life to the fullest. Don't let your fear keep you from taking small steps in your development. You never know where they might lead. Afraid of poverty? Convert it to a positive work ethic. Afraid of insignificance? Convert it to the service of others. If things go wrong, don't go with them. There's many things in your life that you cannot control. There's no good reason to worry about those things. A worried person sees a problem and a concerned person solves a problem. How can you become a problem solver? Focus on the things you can control. That usually means two things. The first is your attitude. The second is your calendar. Most people fear the future do so because they don't prepare for it. So, focusing on the destination is not a good idea. Besides, tomorrow may come, it may not. There are no guarantees. The only place we really have any power is in the present. Do what you can in the here and now, despite your fear, and you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you are doing everything within your power to reach your potential. The emotion you continually feed is the one that will dominate your life. Don't give your fears any of your time or energy. Focus on your faith and feed it. And any time you feel afraid of doing something but go ahead and do it anyway, you will be reprogramming your attitude. Life means risk. The people who don't make mistakes end up working for those who do. and in the end, they often end up regretting the safe life they lived. Failure isn't failure if you do better next time. The way you think determines how you act. One of the best things you can do for yourself when you fail is to learn to laugh. Failure is just like success. It's a day-to-day process, not some place you arrive one day. You have to learn to actually see failure as a friend, a companion to success. Failure doesn't mean you'll never succeed. It just means it will take longer. That's what success is, getting up one time more than you fall. You have no idea how close you may be to what you desire to achieve. Attitude isn't everything, but it is one thing that can make a difference in your life. When a person recognizes that his attitude isn't right, it opens the door for positive change and tremendous opportunity. Never forget that your attitude is a choice. You are the only person who can decide to harness the power of the difference maker. The choices we make in life don't stay chosen by themselves. Every right decision we make must be managed every day. Every day, begin your day by consciously choosing to manage your attitude as a positive influence in your life.